They say every forest has rules, some written by nature, others carved into something older than bone. And there's one rule whispered about this forest, a rule that seeps into your dreams and festers there. Never close your eyes. Never sleep inside it. Everyone obeyed. Except him. His name was Elias, a man who sneered at ghost stories, mocked village warnings, spat on superstition. When trembling locals warned him that the forest transforms after dark, that it breathes, that it hungers, he laughed. Cold, hollow, it's just trees, he said. But this place was never just trees. The first sign was the silence. Not peaceful, not empty. The kind of silence that has weight, that crushes the air from your lungs and makes your heartbeat sound like thunder in your skull. The silence of something holding its breath, waiting. Then came the second sign, the echo that shouldn't exist. Every footstep he took, something took it too. A half second behind, matching him. When he stopped, it stopped. When he turned, nothing. Just trees, just shadows that seemed too thick, too hungry. Around midnight, Elias jerked awake. His fire had died to embers that pulsed like dying hearts. The forest felt wrong, closer, as if every tree had dragged itself forward while his eyes were closed, roots sliding through soil, without sound, branches reaching, yearning. The air tasted of copper and rot. Then he saw it. A figure, standing just beyond the crimson glow of his dying fire, human-shaped, utterly motionless, watching, its head tilted at an angle no neck should allow. Elias's throat went dry. "Who's there?" he croaked. It answered, in his voice, but the words were wrong, stretched and distorted like a recording played. Backward, then forward, then slowed until each syllable dripped with something ancient and malevolent. "Who's there? Who's there? Who's?" Back in the village, the elders spoke of the truth in voices like graveyard dirt. Centuries ago, something in that forest learned a terrible trick. It cannot pierce your mind while you remain awake, while your will holds firm. But when you surrender to sleep inside its domain, when your defenses crumble and your dreams bleed into its roots, it doesn't just watch. It hollows you out. It peels away your voice, your gait, your memories, the sweet ones and the ones that make you scream, your deepest, most primal fears. It devours them, digests them, and births something in your image, something that wears your face like a mask of skin, something that almost passes for humans, but not quite. Never quite. Elias heard footsteps. Then another sat, then another, then dozens. An army of his own voice calling out from every shadow. "Elias, Elias, Elias!" Some whispered, some shrieked, some spoke in the voice of his dead mother. All converging, all wrong. He seized his bag with shaking hands, ran. Branches clawed at his face, drawing blood. Roots coiled around his ankles like fingers. He didn't look back. I couldn't look back. But in that forest, you don't escape. You simply run toward what's been waiting for you all along. Elias burst from the tree line at dawn, collapsed, gasping, sobbing, covered in scratches that looked almost like writing. He told the villagers everything, words tumbling out in a manic torrent. They didn't celebrate his return. They stepped back, their faces drained of color, their eyes filled with a horror deeper than fear. Because in this forest, there's one final rule. The rule no one speaks aloud. Whoever sleeps inside never comes back alone. Elias's blood turned to ice, because behind him, emerging from the trees with slow, deliberate steps, was Elias. Same clothes, same wounds, same exhausted expression, but its eyes were hollow pits that reflected nothing. The villagers backed away from both figures, because now they face an impossible question. Which one made it out? Which one was real? And in the breathless silence that followed, as both Elias turned to look at each other, both of them smiled. The same smile, at the exact same moment, and no one ever figured out which one was the copy, or if there was ever an original at all.